I'm a Cinderella.
This is the poo-poo.
We're about to get our taxi to Bali. Unfortunately, it's raining, so the weather is not really incredible. Quite rainy, as you can see. Got our luggage, and now we're waiting for the taxi driver. Hello dears, welcome back to another vlog. This is the long-awaited, at least for me, Bali vlog. I have been anticipating posting this one for the longest time. I've been so excited to release it and the time has finally come. So I hope you will love it as much as I do. So we got to the airport. We are very avid coffee drinkers and we spotted a matcha coffee, which we also saw in Marina Bay Sands, but we didn't go there. So when we saw it here, we were like, we have to get it. It's a Moroccan coffee chain. It's so good. They have coffee that comes with like a whipped cream. We left when it was pretty early, and when they were on the plane, there was a sunset. And by the time we were in Bali, it was already nighttime. So time flies when you're flying. We arrived at the airport in Denpasar in Bali, did the customs declaration, and then went to meet our tour guide Gus. He would be the tour guide for a day in Ubud the next day. I will link his details probably in the description, so if you are gonna go to Bali in Canggu or Ubud, he is so sweet, such a lovely man. He speaks English, so if you don't speak Indonesian, you'll be fine. Everything that we did on day 2 in Ubud that you will see, so the tea tasting, the jewelry making, the monkey forest, it was all organized with the tour. So thanks to him, we got to do all these things I think we wouldn't have done otherwise.
You take a picture? No
It's
problem.
all made of wood.
Yeah. Look at the picture.
Wow.
You like seafood?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I like prawns and like different things.
Really?
We arrived in Canggu. We had the hotel booked and it was a single room with a double bed. It had our own bathroom. There was a pool, but we didn't use it. And you can see what it looked like on the inside. We actually switched rooms because I believe the aircon in this room wasn't working, and Bali is so humid. Singapore also is quite humid, but in Bali it was even more so. Good morning. So we landed in Bali last night and today we are at our hotel. So this was the first day and Gus would today take us to Ubud. So in the morning we went to this cafe which was literally right next to where we lived, like 1 minute walk, like less than that, maybe even 40 seconds, I don't know. And we got some smoothies for breakfast. You can see how different it is here. Well, that, you know, so many telephone lines and all these scooters. And over here you can see there is a wooden sculpture. And Gus showed us one. We saw one in Denpasar as well. They are completely handcrafted and they are made of wood. Rice fields and also a few trees. Then we arrived in Ubud. And our first stop was this workshop where they made handmade jewelry from gold. Included as part of this was a coffee tasting. This was such a fun experience, and I think this was definitely one of the highlights, one of my favorite things that we did here. They grew a lot of botanicals like vanilla, cacao, and coffee. There is a very special coffee called luwak coffee. It is the most expensive coffee in the world, at least, you know, in the Americas and such. And the reason is the process in which this coffee is made.
This is the poo. This is a before clean and this is after clean. We clean, we boiling with hot water and then we dry.
So we were shown these animals, they eat the best coffee beans they can find. So the best of the best is consumed by them. Then in their stomachs, the coffee beans are fermented. Then they are pooped out. Delicious, I know. Once they are pooped out, they are very thoroughly cleaned. Then the outside shell of the coffee beans is removed. So you only get the actual coffee bean inside. And then that coffee bean is roasted. Then, you have roasted coffee beans and they're ground and you have coffee. It did taste different, but I have to try it again, I think. So there are some teas, that are pretty typical. Ginger, for example. But then there were also some really special ones. So there was rice tea, lemongrass tea, saffron tea, and my personal favorite, the mangosteen tea. And you guys, I tried mangosteens the first time in Singapore, and they're so good. They're such a unique fruit, and it's so, so good.
We have a coffee, avocado coffee, good for the skin.
Avocado coffee.
And we had it here. But then we also had avocado coffee made with actual fresh avocados. It was an iced avocado coffee in this restaurant called Local Cheatery, where we went breakfast and dinner a few times, like 2-3 times. It was definitely our favorite place. We are trying a lot of here. So first, what should we try first? Ginger tea?
Yeah.
Ginger tea. Oh, it's so nice. It's so good. Shit, it's so good. Best ginger tea I've ever had. It's so sweet and spicy. It's just so good. Rice tea. That is so interesting. When I was in a Japanese restaurant, they gave me this because it makes you hungrier. It makes your appetite increase. It tastes very toasty. Lemongrass tea. It's like sour. Mangosteen tea. This is made from mangosteen peel, and our travel guide is raving about it.
That is amazing.
It's good for cholesterol and all that sort of thing.
That is so good actually.
It smells amazing. Oh my god, I love this. I really love the mangosteen fruit, so I love it. So nice. Hot cocoa. Hot cocoa for sure.
What's that?
Hot cocoa.
Cocoa.
100% organic.
Cocoa.
It's just cacao like. Okay, now we're gonna try plain black Bali coffee. Is it good?
Yes.
Let's try this one. Ooh, vanilla one is so nice.
Oh, Bali comes very strong.
I have avocado. Avocado is so interesting. Oh my god. It's kind of like floral. Wow, it's like...
It's very refreshing, avocado one.
We have 2 left to try. Ginseng coffee and coconut. Ooh, interesting. Ginseng is very interesting. Here, what's your favorite? Ginseng coffee.
No, I don't like it. And now we're gonna have this one.
Oh yeah, now we're gonna try the one that
Have the animal.
is made from the poop.
Okay, now we're gonna try this one. So it's made of a fruit and coffee fruit. It chooses coffee fruit.
Coffee bean.
Coffee bean actually.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
So we'll see how it tastes. Yeah, it's nice. Then I had the chance to visit their shop where they had all the teas and coffees that you had the chance to taste available for purchase. And we did buy mangosteen tea. We also bought mochaccino, I believe. And we also had a huge selection of things like incense and soaps and candles and all that sort of stuff. With that accomplished, our next stop before getting food was the monkey forest. It was this trail and there were just monkeys roaming around everywhere. You were not allowed to touch them, but they would, come near you, and yeah, it was so cute to see. I thought I'd touch a bit on what I did love about Bali though. So, first of all, it was definitely, as I said, it's so different to especially Singapore, because they're so connected to nature. I mean, they have electricity and water, of course, but it's still like a step back into kind of, I don't know, it's a different way of living. And I think for those few days that we were there, we were kind of more present in the moment, and also to the community, because the community in Bali seems to me that it's really community oriented. All the locals are so hospitable. It was raining when we went to Local on, I think, the second day, and they offered us umbrellas, even though it was like a 2-minute walk to our place, but they offered us umbrellas. so hospitable. The people are so lovely, so kind, so amazing. And yeah, I think a very valuable trip. Next time, I hope we might get to see, you know, if we do go, the beaches that are a little bit more picturesque. And yeah, so can take Bali off our bucket list, I guess. And we were hungry and it was time for our lunch. So we went to this restaurant called Bali Dolphin. Then we went to Ubud Market and we got 2 dresses, and also we got these sort of pearlescent bowls, which I was really love at first sight. I saw them. And our final destination would be the rice fields. And in the rice fields, we actually had a little bit of a mishap. So obviously rice grows in water. So when we were in these rice fields, there would be kind of these like puddles of water that maybe looked solid, but really it was water with rice plants, I guess. And my mom actually accidentally stepped into one of these little puddles and she lost her sandal in the mud, and thankfully there was a lady who helped her clean off a little bit, but yeah, little mishaps like that do occur. On the second day, we didn't get to go to the beach, even though that was our original intention. Instead, we just kind of had a chill day. We watched some movies during the day, visited some markets kind of more locally, and then we finished the day with a dinner at local cheatery where we played live music. And as I said, we went there like literally 3 times in the span of like pretty much 2 days. Twice for dinner, once for breakfast, and it was just amazing. I love the atmosphere, I loved the music, I loved the food. Everything was just top notch. And of course, the avocado coffee. We had it, like I said, like 2 times ish. So in my head, Bali had these beautiful beaches, but on the second day after Ubud, I was a little bit disappointed when I saw the beach, but it was just so grey, very like muddy. It honestly looked like I might have been in England, like Skegness or something. It was not the white sand and crystal clear water that I imagined it was, and it did not look that pretty. So, but regardless, outside of the beach, it was still a really great time. The thing is, Indonesia is huge, and Bali as well is very, you know, the beach that I saw in Canggu might have been an exception to the rule, because I know there are plenty of other beaches that are so picturesque, but for us, I think it was more of a city trip than anything. This is our last evening in Bali. We had a flight tomorrow. Our travel guide is picking us up at 5:30. Then I'm back to Singapore, and then shortly my mom is going back to London. This was a nice trip. I didn't really like Bali that much initially, but now I really love it, and I think I will come back again. So yeah. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, my first impression of Bali was not too thrilled. Like, my mom, she really wanted to go to Bali, and because it was so close to Singapore, we did go. And I think people do really glorify Bali very much. And recently, I think it was Molly May's sister, she went to Bali, but she left early because it just did not meet the expectations of what she expected it to be. I think there is really definitely a disparity, the rich and the poor. So yeah, I hate getting political, if this even could be counted under political, but yeah, if you do go to Bali, it definitely 100% is something that is worth doing, but just be aware that it might not be exactly as picture it. That's the case with almost any tourist destination though. Places like even Italy and Spain and whatever else. It is the good parts that are always shared and the negatives not so much. It's not really a thing unique to Bali, I would say, but you know, as with most trips, keep it in mind. Regardless, so this was definitely one of my favorite trips ever. I loved it so much, and if anything, I think it just made us appreciate the lives that we have and how lucky we are to lead the lives we do. Hi guys, excuse the mess behind me. I just finished editing this vlog, including the voiceover and stuff, so this is like just before I upload the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It's taken a while, but I am proud of how it came out. It was going to be out on Sunday, but it wasn't up to standard and I had a shift on Sunday, so it's coming out today on Monday. But hopefully it was worth the wait. As always, if you liked this vlog, make sure to like and share. If you're new here, do subscribe, leave any comments, any questions, or anything else that you want to say. You are more than welcome to, and I am very happy to answer. So yeah, I'm gonna share the details of our travel guide Gus, and also this is his Facebook profile. So if you are gonna go to Bali, he is such a kind, just an amazing person, so I highly recommend him. You're gonna have an amazing time. And yeah, I will see you again soon. The Singapore series is coming to an end, not in this vlog, there's maybe 1 or 2 left, and I'll be back to life in England and my trip to Italy, which will be out by the end of this month. So I promise to post at least once every 8 days, hopefully more often, but we'll see. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.